Time to get to work. Scrapper work is never done. Hey everybody, Dreadicus here. I'm gonna kick this off with some updates, some inside information on what's happening in the Dreadicus gaming world, and then we are off to Scrap City on the monorail to check out the fortress that I have built downtown on top of the tallest building, just as Sid and I decided we were going to do. So I'm going to show y'all what it looks like and check it out. But first, up there, not all that visible as I had hoped. I need to fix the lighting. Dang it. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Thanks to everyone who's interested in following me to keep up with my silly gaming antics, or interesting antics, or scary antics, depending on which of my videos you may or may not be watching. I know a good portion of the folks that are watching me are from Scrap Mechanic, which I dearly love, and I will be playing in pretty much say indefinitely. It's one of those games that no matter what I do, I'm going to go back and forth to. And that's pretty much the truth, to be quite honest. I love this game and how it works. You know, do I wish it wasn't as cartoony in some aspects, maybe with the characters, but we're dwarfs, right? Can't make anything different at this point, but it fits the blocks. And so it fits the size of things you build. So that's my only personal gripe against the game. Otherwise, and maybe a little slow development, I like what you can do in it. So again, thanks to all you guys and gals who subscribe and watch me for Scrap Mechanic. Thanks if you're watching today for the first time on Scrap Mechanic and you watched something else that I liked. So off we go. So we're going to Scrap City. What is Scrap City? In case you're new, first time visiting, Scrap City is like, I wouldn't say the end goal so far in Scrap Mechanic's survival mode, but it's one of the built-in endpoints, I guess. Just not sure what it's an endpoint for. You know, survival mode is new to Scrap Mechanic. It's honestly what has pulled me in here in recent times. Before then, I wasn't so interested in it. I like to have some kind of continuity in my gaming. That's why I like survival mode. So, yeah. And right now, Scrap City is kind of the big deal. Just depends on what you're looking for big deal. So, yes, I have built a monorail all the way to downtown. Look at that. Need to finish the undercarriage of this big bridge here, but it does work. And there she is. A little elevator on the right that I'm going to totally disassemble and rebuild in a different fashion. As you can see, it's buckling in under its own weight over there. See it in closer details here in a second. So, as Sid Tripper requested, I ran the monorail under the big old funnel tunnel thingy hanging off the side of the building. Alright, we'll go inside. Yes, concrete jungle inside of a concrete jungle. So there's where the monorail circles around. I need to finish the circle around loop. Make a moving arm like I'm getting pretty good at, but that's the goal right there. So it can just go zoom around and continue on back to the base over there. This is the front door. Always shut your front doors, as we learned.
Shut the front door.
With the upcoming holiday of the 4th in the US, I've painted my door red, white, and blue. And sprinkled pink lights around it, and that's, I guess, lavender and pink in regards to the current month that I think we are all celebrating. To folks of every gender, class, and religion, race, and otherwise, welcome in. Definitely all inclusive here. You're a decent person, I'm down with you. So this is the side of my base. I'm going to rip this elevator out and replace it with something different. Something maybe that moves along the side of the building. I'm not too sure. Just maybe redo the bends here so it's more balanced. But there's a lot of stuff sticking out the side of the building here. I want to have the elevator go right down in between building and those green tubes you can walk through just for, visual effects, yo. So something's going to change. But that's the plan. Right now, I can send it down, and we can watch it, go boom, and bounce off of some roof junk, and it gets down there, but not in any kind of safe manner that I want to travel in. So I'm going to rebuild that. Here's the side door, so you can hop out and run over to the elevator if you're in the base. Another cool thing of the first floor are the blast doors and blast windows. I haven't hit the white button anywhere, but it activates all of the windows. They all function in different ways, so we'll kind of watch it from over here. Gotta kind of have them all moving up into the roof. Yeah. A little odd, but it works. And the side window here is a little different. Why do you need this side window? Yeah, maybe you want to go out this instead of the front door or the back door. So a third exit. And then finally, the window overlooking the front door. Back to that first little nook. Alright, we'll go upstairs. This is basically the first level defense platform. Goes all the way around. Can't really circle it. I didn't want to make it. It's not like we're going to really have any kind of fights up here with anything, so it's more visual than anything. Quite a view. Quite a view of Scrap City. There are bots in the building below and on top, as in with any skyscraper of a monumental sort. The helicopter slash hover pad slash crash pad. Crash pad and scrap mechanic, just in case whatever you build can't quite make this big open space. Hopefully you can H your way in with some hover or heli thrust action. So yeah, that's our tower downtown in Scrap City, called the Scrap City Fortress. So as the game develops, if anything cool starts happening downtown and my fortress doesn't just evaporate, my game crash and disappear because of it, kind of set for war. And if I ever got a craving that I want to come and bash some bots, get some components and mats, which is an ever necessary part of the game, quite honestly. Scrap City's not a bad place. You roll up, there's lots of bots everywhere in here. There's lots of red guys. You can get warehouse keys. As long as you come armed with some good weapons that you've picked up earlier in the game from the trader, you have some crops kicking, and you got taters always rolling in, so you've got ammo. You can come and play in Scrap City yourself. Alright, so before I go, one last thing I was going to talk about was my video structure and timing. So when do I play this and when do I play that? Can you look forward to this and when can you look forward to that? Well, being a gamer and the gaming being honestly just currently a pastime for most of my life, quite honestly it's been. I make a video and share it when I can, which right now is quite frequently because I'm enjoying it. Life is busy at times. Everybody knows that, so sometimes it's frequent, sometimes it's infrequent. If it was a full-time job for me, I'd have a solid schedule for you every month of every day. That's just how I am with my real job, so that you would know what's up. But what I can tell you is that I will put out some what I would consider my quality videos, a couple every week. One or more will always be Scrap Mechanic. I say one or more if I'm really slamming in some survival, which I'm getting back into a little more this week, then you'll see a bit more Scrap Mechanic. When maybe I'm taking a pause from Scrap Mechanic, I might be playing some other survival simulation creation games that I'm into right now, like The Forest. That's on the very edge of what I can put up with I don't know if you can call it horror, but spookiness. You saw my first video. You'll know what I mean. But I like it. I play that one. I'm going to play that one a bit more. Got an upcoming video where Sid and I have played a co-op and have a co-op game going, and we started out rather well. I'm also playing Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. I really like that game, especially with the workshop with Steam to pull in everyone's different army creations, in addition to the numerous ones that are in the game. But to pull in the creations of other players and fans of the game itself is, I think, the highlight. And so I've been throwing tons of different armies against each other. I've barely delved into that. I've scratched the surface of that game. I haven't even really delved into where I control characters in the game and use them to fight. I'm just enjoying throwing the different army types at each other, sharing that with everyone who wants to watch. And what else am I playing? Play a little bit of Fall Guys every now and then. That's probably an oddity out of all the games I normally play. That one's truly just a blow steam off one. Put a few videos of that up. What I'm doing right now is just when I play it, I'm recording some highlights. So I'll put a highlight film together in the future for you of that one. And then I have 2 new games I've just picked up that I'm going to start doing some videos on here shortly as well. I'm very excited about Valheim, which is much I have found just by poking into it, like the Forest in some respects, but in a Viking setting, magic, and all sorts of other things. And it's apparently I didn't quite realize it when I picked it up, but a rather popular game right now. I got it on Steam sale. If you happen to be watching this video around the time it was actually made, there's a mega Steam sale going on with many of those games. I think every single one actually that I'm playing right now. If any of them have interested you, check them out. And alright, the other game that I picked up that I'm going to also make some videos here for in the upcoming future is Space Engineer, which is kind of like Scrap Mechanic, but in a more realistic setting, space environment. Different goals, a bit, obviously different themes, different goals. Just started playing that one. It's a bit different from Scrap Mechanic, obviously. In that Scrap Mechanic, you can build basically anything to a certain degree. You can make any kind of vehicle. And then there's, so far, thrusters for flying and for boating and honestly even for submarine and for hovering. So the physics of Scrap Mechanic are built for you to make creation. Space Engineer seems to be, I can't quite say it's about bases building for certain, but also vehicle building to some degree. I just haven't gotten there, so a lot for me to explore, but I've seen some things that are pretty exciting. Go into space, build space vehicles, mining vehicles, fighters. You can build ground vehicles, all sorts, so I'm going to play that one as well. As you can see, I'm not going anywhere. This took a lot of basically all of the stone and everything from all the mining. I've done endless amounts to get all the metal 3 for the base way over there, since that base is built out of metal 3. But most every bit of it that I had, all the stone went into the concrete to make this. So right now I'm a bit resource or rare, except for wood, which Sid and I are starting to really rack in over on Dread Island. Basically deforest and level that island. I don't know how else better to put it, to be quite honest. That'll be coming up probably in another video this week. So I'll do a video from over there, do an update. Still working on some mech designs of my own and creative before I try to really spend time replicating in survival. And I'm trying to make something that's my own without, totally ripping off some of the great designs that I did demo in a few of my videos, the mech videos. If you like mechs and walkers, I think you will dig those for sure. Check them out, scrapmechanic.com. I do plan to put some sentries actually down around the front of this base, just to discourage any spawns and walk-ups. Don't want any visitors really on the front door. You know what I mean? Knock. Who's there? Milkman. What? Come on. We don't want any milk. Vacuum salesman. I don't want any vacuum. Come in. Yeah, discourage walk-ups. So maybe a few well-placed turrets along here will basically reinforce that we don't get messed with up in the Fortress Monorail Station. All right. Hope you're having a good time with me on my survival series, and maybe peek in on some of the other video series I'm working on. Let me know what you think, what you like seeing the most of, which video types you're more interested in. Thanks. Take care. Dreadicus out.